hands if you're glad. Come on, if you're happy and you know it, clap your hands. Come on, if you're happy and you know it. I got so much to be thankful for, I can't. The old song says if I had 10,000 hands, I couldn't praise him enough. If I had 10,000 tongues, I couldn't. Come on. Hallelujah. Nehemiah 4. Come on, let's go for a ride. Nehemiah 4. Nehemiah 4. Nehemiah 4. Nehemiah 4. Oh, Lord. Yes, Lord. Around looking, but you better take advantage of the moment. Hallelujah! Come on, Nehemiah 4, we got to go. Nehemiah 4. And when Sanballat heard that they were rebuilding the wall, he became angry and was greatly incensed. He ridiculed the Jews. And in the presence of his associates in the army of Samaria, he said, what are those feeble Jews doing? Will they restore their wall? Will they offer sacrifices? Will they finish the day? Can they bring the stones back to life from those heaps of rubble burned as they are? Tobiah the Ammonite, who was at his side, said, what they are building, even a fox climbing up on it would break down their wall of stones. Here's what Nehemiah said. Hear us, O God, for we are despised. Now watch this, I need you to catch this. Turn their insults back on their own heads. Give them over as a plunder in a land of captivity. Give me about 10 minutes and we're going to be out of here. I want to talk to you from the thematic thrust, and that is the cost of constructing. The cost of constructing. Be seated in the presence of the Lord. Here's the Good News translation. Let's take a ride real fast. I prayed, hear how they make fun of us. Oh God, let their ridicule fall on their own heads. Let them be robbed of everything they have. And let them be taken as prisoners to a forward land. One of the things you'll see when you are attempting to innovate or recreate or bring change is this. You'll experience often being despised. I need you to watch this. Innovation is often despised. Change is often resisted. Watch this. Creativity is often persecuted. We're preaching already. Nehemiah said it like this. They despise us. They see that we have the potential and the fortitude, but they don't want us to recover anything. Watch this. So they despise our efforts because, watch this, our oppression benefits their personal gain. I need you to hold on to this, because sometimes the reason why your elevation, your promotion is fought so much is because you being where you are benefits your oppressor. You need to hold on to that, because so here's what happens. So you take away from them when you start living a better life. This is what Nehemiah prays. He says, for everything they say about us, make them have to live under the same curse. Y'all like, where my preaching church at? Which side of my preaching? Is it this side? Let me help this side over here. Watch this. Sometimes this is the retribution for your enemies. Are you ready? Let's take a ride. Watch this. Sometimes the retribution is this, that the people, oh God, who don't want to see you eat will have to watch you eat. Watch this. See, when you start changing your mindset and watch this, when you start changing your mindset for the enemies to watch this, to defeat or move your enemies, then you move the crowd of the potential people that can come and be a part of the celebration. See, some of the people you don't need to move out of your life, because some of those people need to be invited to the party to help you celebrate whether they like you or not. this. Let me help you from last week. And he prepares a table before me in the presence where my church at of my enemies. So some of the people have to come to the party and watch me. Point to somebody and tell them, I hope you ain't one of the ones here. I hope you ain't one of the ones that have to come to the party and watch me eat.
Amen.
I'm just preaching the book. Watch it. Here it is. Here it is. Let me help you. Let me help you. You have to live. Here it is. Here's the other part. Are you ready? Are you ready? You might have to tell them this. You might have to live with my lifestyle being like this now when you remember what it used to be like. While sometimes, Mike, we tell people we have to block people on Facebook, we have to unfriend them. Here it is. Sometimes you can't unfriend people. You have to let them follow your journey so they can see how you used to be broken, busted, and now how you're blessed beyond measure. You got to let people follow the journey. Here it is. Watch this. Watch this. And somebody say and. Y'all a good preacher, church. And you'll have to read about my success and see me on social media since we're in the 21st century at peace and traveling and living my best life. Watch this. And, oh, this is good for those of you who have ever had to do this. Watch this. And your family will still love me after you told them you didn't like me. You ever had that? Come on. Some of y'all been married forever, umpteen years. But for those of you who have been in a relationship with a family just gravitated to you and they just loved you and you a good person, but for some reason y'all didn't quite make it. The family still love you, but that person really don't care for you. And every time they go to the family dinner, they talk about, well, where Junebug at? We sure miss him. I don't want to talk about Junebug. Watch this. Watch this. Here it is. Let me help you. Verse 5. Watch this. Do not cover up their guilt or blot out their sins from your sight, for they have thrown insults in the face of the builders. Lord, in other words, this is what he says. Lord, don't cover their guilt or erase the sin from before you. We're a transparent church at because maybe you all haven't had honest prayer life like that. You know, see, honest prayer life is transparent prayer life. That's where you get in the presence of the Lord and you tell the Lord how you really feel. Okay, let me help you. Watch this. You can't pray these kind of prayers publicly. Mainly because these kind of prayers you can't let other people hear because you don't want anybody judging your prayer life. Okay, let me help this side of the room right here. Pretend like y'all not here. There are some times in which, watch it, there are some prayers I can't pray. Those are the prayers that I pray in secret because I want y'all to still respect me as your bishop in the morning. But when you have the real prayer life, when you're really in the face of the Lord, when you show the Lord, see, when you really get hurt, that's when you start showing the Lord your scars and your wounds, and he can't heal you unless you show him where you really hurt. And when you show him where you really hurt, that's when you tell the Lord, I really don't like them. They don't like me. They can't stand when I come around, but I can't stand to be around them either. But Lord, see, that's a real prayer life. That's a real prayer life. Lord, I don't even want to be in this job. Next time the supervisor say anything to me, I'm going to keep her calm. Look at how y'all looking. Y'all ain't got no real prayer life. Some of y'all looking at me, but I'm saved. I don't talk like that. Yes, you do. You just don't let us know that you do. I bust the windows out. Watch this. Watch this. Here it is. Here it is. Honest prayer, because this is what Nehemiah is praying. He has an honest moment. All this work that he's put in, all this time, and now you got Tobiah, Sanballat, and they're looking at him, along with the army and all their associates, and they're talking about what they're doing. They're despising it, they're mocking it, they're making fun of it. And Nehemiah just get real ticked off. But instead of responding to his enemy, he becomes vertical. And see, the issue is, you can be angry, you just have to know how to be angry and not see it. So sometimes the way to keep you from, who am I talking to in here? Sometimes the way to keep you from sinning is not to reach out horizontally, but reach up vertically so you can get yourself together. What did I tell you? I tell you all the time, if you take moments and keep yourself in check, it'll keep from other people having to check you. Okay, all right, watch this. Here it is. Because you're exposing your wounds to God when you have honest prayers. Honest moments. Remember, prayer is a discussion. It is dialogue. It is me talking to God, Him listening, Him speaking, and I'm coming with an expectation to hear Him speak. And then receiving what He says. Watch this. So Nehemiah said, because they have insulted us, remember what they've done to us. Verse 6. Come on, let's walk it. So we built the wall till all of it reached half its height. I need you to watch this. For the people worked with all of their heart. Watch this. When they got there, it was rubble. But everybody joined together, no respect of persons, no respect of class or status. They all came together to rebuild the wall. And here they are rebuilding the wall, and it reaches only half its height. Watch this. Watch this. So here's what they're saying. We started with ashes, and now we're halfway up. Watch this. Because the people looked at what some people thought was the end. And they actually saw the beginning. I need 3 of y'all to catch this. I need 3 of you to catch this. Are you ready?
Yes.
Get your lassos ready. Here we go. Sometimes the beginning and the end look exactly the same. Let me prove it to you. Because at the beginning and the end, you may be at 0. Come on. At the beginning and the end, you may be depleted. At the beginning and the end, you have some people that are spectating the scene. At the beginning and the end, you may have very little help. But watch this. But what differentiates the end and the beginning is perspective. Everybody listen. Here we go. Watch this. Where am I really? Am I at the beginning or am I at the end? And some of you in here, maybe about 3 of you if you catch it, some of you feel like you're at the end and maybe you are, but you needed to come to an end so you can get to a beginning. And you never get to a new chapter unless you finish the previous one, and some of you ain't been able to get out the... Here we go. Watch this. Somebody asked, where am I really? Where am I really? Come on, ask that. Where am I really? Watch it. Do I see the rubble or do I see the stones underneath the debris? Come on. Ask them, push them and ask them, what do you really see? Ask them, what do you really see? What do you see? What do you see? When Jesus had resurrected, the disciples were out fishing on the ship and hadn't caught anything, and Jesus from the shore told them, cast your nets on the other side of the ship. Watch this. Watch this. Remember, he tells Simon Bar-Jonah, he says, after he uses his ship to preach from, he says, go back out into the deep and let down your nets for a draught. And he says, but Lord, we've toiled all night, but nevertheless, at your word, I'll let down my net. And so he did it, and then the net break. That ain't that instance. This particular instance was after Jesus had resurrected from the grave. Watch this. And he sees them fishing out at sea, but they hadn't caught anything. And Jesus says, hey, you throw your net on the other side. Watch it. Because they're getting ready to bring their ship in. But Jesus understands you can't bring your ship in because you are right above the place I want to bless you. All you have to do, Mike, catch it, all you have to do is change your perspective. And some, okay, here we go. I feel a real prophesy like, watch it. And some of you in here, you getting ready to move, but God said, don't you move, because I'm trying to bless you right where you are. All you have to do is just change. Put somebody and tell them, change your perspective. You trying to run. Every time God gets ready to bless you, you get ready to pick your feet up and move to the next place. And God said, this ain't the time for you to run. Just change your perspective, because your feet is in the right place. Your eyes just ain't. Put somebody and tell them, stay where you are. Just change your view. Where my musician and I'm going somewhere. Look at somebody and tell them, change your perspective. Holla if you hear me. Watch this. Here it is. Come on, let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Man, I feel like prophesying. Put somebody and tell them, don't you move. Tell them, don't you move. Just change your view. Just change. I don't care. Oh man, here we go. I'm gonna get in trouble. I don't care who rolls out on you. Don't just change your perspective. Okay, here we go. In order for them to get to the blocks underneath the burned bricks, they had to be willing to dig past the surface. Here it is. Some people are only going to be surface people. Here's why. Because the surface is safe. God, I don't want to preach Nehemiah. No. But Lord, I hear you. Watch this. Sometimes you got to be willing to do what you don't want to do. The surface is safe. If I can say, when I was a little kid, I couldn't swim, but I knew that if I stayed in the shallow end, I'd be safe. But the reality is, you never learn how to swim on the shallow end. You got to get in where the water is at a place where your feet, come on, you got to get to the place where your feet are not touching the floor of the pool, so that you learn how to float and then swim. But some of us never learn any new abilities because we want to stay where it's safe. Here it is. Watch this. There isn't any accountability, responsibility, watch this, battle or risk on the surface. I'm preaching real good, better than y'all. Look at somebody and tell them there's no responsibility, no accountability. Come on, tell them no battle and no risk on the surface. Watch this. But if I ever lay eyes on the potential of resurrection, if I ever see the bricks underneath the debris, I now have to choose if I'm going to make an attempt to restore or release the idea of risking things to get it. Verse 7. But when Sanballat and Tobiah, the Arabs and the Ammonites and the people of Ashdod heard that the repairs of Jerusalem's wall had gone ahead and that the gaps were being closed. Gotta preach about 10 minutes. I ain't got time though. That the gaps were being closed. Watch this. Come on, somebody say the gaps were being closed. Their enemies were very angry. Here's the revelation. The effort of the work was closing the gaps. The effort. Somebody say the effort. Come on, was closing the gaps. Come on, watch this. I need you to see it. The wall had been breached by oppressors, but their work was closing the gaps. And their enemies were angry. Let me make it personal. Can I make it personal?
Yeah.
How? See, let me just prophesy to you in advance and tell you, don't get weary in your well-doing. Because your doing well is closing the gaps. Let me make it personal. Here's your gap. How dare you live after bankruptcy? How dare you? Come on, you know how that's the devil talking to you? Come on, and the devil uses other people to talk to you, and they're looking at how you recover. How dare you? You have the actual fortitude to live after bankruptcy. You mean to tell me, how dare you live and be happy after you've been divorced? How dare you have a successful relationship now? How dare your relationship recover? I thought y'all was breaking up anyway. Y'all still together? How dare you? How dare you still be living and got cancer? How dare you? Come on, hands up to how the devil talk to you. How dare you still be living? Come on, you were sick and then you came back and then you didn't feel good and you came back. Then they put you on this man and you came back. Then they put you on all these other medicines and you're still here. How dare you? Come on, how dare you make it as a single mother and beat the statistics and beat the stereotypes? How dare you? Come on, watch it. Oh Lord, here we go with my soapbox. There it is. How dare you get thrown out of a Starbucks and then come back and not put up a fuss and not act all ghetto and thug and hood, but go peacefully, and then when you get out of jail and the city wants to settle with you, you don't make no big fuss or no big commotion. Come on, you don't try to get hood rich and come up quick, but you settle for $1 a piece and a $200,000 entrepreneurial program for the youth. How dare you? We thought you had your peg ass thugs, but you proved us wrong. And the Lord, oh God, told me to tell some of y'all, for the work that you you're doing? You're getting ready to prove them wrong. I ain't got no people here who want to celebrate with me. But I dare you to look at somebody and come on, tell them about yourself and tell them, let me introduce you to myself. Let me introduce you to me. I'm the person that's getting ready to prove them all wrong. Some of the stuff they said I did, I really did do it. That's the real testimony side. See, some of the stuff, everybody ain't lying on you. Some of the stuff they said you did, you actually did it. But even though I actually did it, let me introduce you to the person. I'm the person that's getting ready to prove them. Here we go, watch this. Come on, we gotta get out of here. We got a meeting. Here's what the Lord told me to tell you. The Lord told me to tell you that your next moves are getting ready to close the gaps. Here we go. Verse 8. They all plotted together to come and fight against Jerusalem and stir up trouble against it. Verse 9. But we prayed to our God and posted a guard day and night to meet this threat. We didn't just pray, but we took action. We posted some guards up to watch over the work. We're getting ready to hang the left. Are you ready? Watch this. Verse 10. Meanwhile, the people in Judah said, the strength of the laborers is giving out, and there is so much rubble that we cannot rebuild the wall.
All right.
Judah, who were the descendants of praise, said, we all tired. I need you to see it. And there is so much destruction, we can't rebuild the wall. Let me ask you a question, since we being honest in here, and ain't nobody in here but us, folks on social media. Let me ask y'all a question. Have you ever praised, and shouted, and danced, and still struggled over the situation you were shouting about?
Yeah.
Come on. Have you ever had moments? See, the reality is sometimes you have moments and you lifting your hands and you shouting and you emotional because inside you're trying to battle you with the place you in. You want to believe God, but half of you is struggling. So your cry is not necessarily, watch this, oh, I'm getting ready to get real honest. Your cry is not always that you experience in the presence of the Lord. So sometimes your cry is you just don't like the state of mind you in. You lifting your hands, half of you is believing God and the other half of you is struggling. Where my real church at? Watch this. So half of you lifting your hands in trust, the other half of you is lifting your hands in frustration to quit. Watch this. The man that had the son who was a lunatic, matter of fact, actually what happened was he was deaf and mute. Watch this. Said, Lord, I believe, but help my unbelief. In other words, I believe you're able to help, which is why I'm here. But I just don't know if you're able to help me. Anybody ever been there? God, I know you can do it. I just don't know if you'll do it for me. So help the part of me that isn't convinced, is what he said. My spirit is shouting, but my mind is struggling. Verse 11. Also our enemy said, before they know it or see us, we will be right there among them and will kill them and put an end to the work. Here it is, and we're done. When mocking the movement wasn't enough to stop the effort, they said, we'll be among them and quickly kill them. So they was planning a sneak attack. Now, the people are already tired because they've been building this wall. They're only halfway up. Thank you, Lord. The Lord just told me to tell some of you in here, don't get frustrated because you're only halfway up. The Lord told me to tell some of y'all, just remember where you started from. Because some of us get frustrated and say, we've been doing all this work and we only this far right here. But the Lord said, don't get frustrated because you're only this far. Remember where you started from. Watch this. Watch this. So it was a sneak attack plan. They're already tired. They said, we'll run up on them when they're tired. Verse 12. Then the Jews who lived near them came and told us 10 times over. That's a lot of telling. Whenever you turn, they will attack us. It was those who lived close enough that were Jews that brought back the secrets. I need to stop right here and pause and tell you, you can take all of this message or just what applies to you, but we need more people close enough to know the secrets and bring them back.
Yes. That's true.
Some of y'all didn't catch that. Watch this. What's known about money? What's known about what's going on politically? What's known concerning our health and food by some of us who are close enough to systems to come back and educate us? Watch this. We're going to skip to verse 13 till we get out of here. Therefore, I stationed some of the people behind the lowest points of the wall, at the exposed places, posting them by families with their swords, spears, and bows. I need you to catch this. Because as soon as we start experiencing trouble and we are being fought, here's where we go. Are you ready? I'm going to prove it to you. As soon as we start experiencing opposition for what we're trying to do, we immediately say, this is what we say. We're going to stand still and see the salvation of the Lord. Then we say this. We won't need to fight. For the Lord is going to fight for us. Come on, don't we do it?
Right.
This next thing we say. Then we say, the battle is not yours. See, y'all already know, don't you? It's the, watch it. That's immediately where we go, isn't it? Watch it. It was a prophecy in 2 Chronicles given by Gehazi to Israel for that incident. But we have made it our doctrine for everything. Some of y'all getting ready to get mad at me. Some of y'all mad already, but it's all right. Watch it. But can I submit to you that you can't take every incident and make that stick to it? Watch this. You're not going to say anything. You're not going to use your voice to fight systemic and financial oppression or racism. Come on. You're not going to defend your vision. Come on. You just don't stand still. You're not going to remind the devil he's defeated. You're being said, I'm just going to wait on the Lord and he's going to fight my battle for me. But what did Nehemiah do? Here it is. Can I tell you that sometimes it's not about you being passive and waiting for God to show up miraculously to fight while you watch. God is here already. And he's empowering you to fight. Okay, here it is. All right, so here's Nehemiah's plan. I'm going to put families on guard at the exposed places. Watch this. Not armies, not fighting men. Come on, I need you to see it. I'm going to secure our resurrection one family at a time.
All right. Amen.
Y'all missed it. Look at what he says. He says, we ain't got no army. We don't have any fighting men. So what we're going to do to make sure that our reconstruction, I need you to catch this, on a spiritual and community level. In order for us to reconstruct, because we don't necessarily have the armies to necessarily do so. We don't have the fighting men all the time to necessarily do so. So here is how we're going to reestablish and rebuild this wall and this community. We're going to take each family and we're going to equip them with what's necessary to not only build but to defend what they're trying to rebuild. Guess how we're going to save the communities? Because you can't depend on either branch of the government to do it. I'm in trouble already. You can't depend on the current administration to do it. Come on. You can't, listen, you can't depend on 45. Come on. You can't depend on Melania. She can't. Okay, Lord have mercy. Lord have mercy. You can't, listen, you can't, I know we all love Barack and Michelle. Come on. I know we all love, come on, we still love him. That's still my president. Well, he may be, but he ain't in office anymore. You can't depend on any. Guess how we're going to establish some things in our community.
One family.
One family at a time.
Amen.
You have a responsibility to educate your children and teach them. Everybody has, come on, give me something soft because they're looking at me with funny eyes. Watch this. The school systems. What you teaching them? His teaching. What you teaching them? We have a responsibility. How are we going to? One family at a time. Guess what churches are?